In the early days of rock and roll, two legends did abound. With their music, dance, and lyrics, the two really had the sound. Some prefer Chuck Berry and say that he's the one, while others go for Little Richard and think he could never be outdone. So listen to this little ditty about two of rock's greatest legends. Their music still sends us into space, deep inside the heavens.
Now Chuck Berry is by far the original guitar hero. He was a rock and roll legend, much like the Roman Nero. Drafting country western licks onto a rhythm and blues chassis, he sang about cars and many a sweet young lassie. Little Richard is the rock and roll architect, known from coast to coast, banging his piano with the force of the line. To the rock and roll world, he's a toast.
Chuck was born in St. Louis, but recorded up in Chicago. Chess Records produced his songs others wanted to borrow. From Johnny B. Good to the Vamp Maybelline, he could make teens dance, he could make teens sing. Even the Beach Boys got a hold of his sound. Sweet Little 16, a courtroom battleground. The judge declared that Mr. Berry would surely be a winnin'. A mighty dollar more, and you could bet that was just the beginning.
Made rock and roll crazy cool without even trying. Tutti Frutti and Long Tall Sally, a couple of hits worth buying. Chuck was a black artist who crossed over into the pop of the 50s. White teens couldn't get enough duck walking, and that was pretty nifty. Little Richard's audiences marveled at his flamboyant attire. When this pretty boy performed, there was simply no one finer. On his diction, articulating words in his songs. On the top of all the pop charts, his name clearly belonged. Specialty Records was Richard's label, where he definitely, indeed, cranked out hit after hit with incredible lightning speed. Richard grew up in Macon, Georgia, a family 12 kids strong, slipping and sliding with his songs. No one could really do wrong.
Hail, hail, rock and roll. Chuck's music is still on top today. And Johnny B. Good, well, that song flew into outer space. Little Richard gave up rock and roll for a time because of his religious upbringing, revived his sound later on, and was once again a singing. No matter whom you judge to be the best rock and roller of the ages, both Chuck Berry and Little Richard, while on stage they're still the sages.